do is talk like you. All I want to do is talk like you. I'm trying to take the piss out of you right now.
It's not only us, it's the room you're in.
It's it. Filled with ghosts.
So, let's go back to origins here.
Yes.
Getting involved in the industry.
Yes.
It's not the easiest industry to be involved in.
No.
By all accounts. It's not, in terms of video games, it's actually probably one of the least celebrated, you know, because everything now is about, you know, mocap and fancy cutscenes and, you know, really, really long development times and, you know, releasing brands same every year, big cutscenes, big storylines, Hollywood stuff. But the voice actors, they just aren't getting the credit they deserve, isn't that right?
Right.
Yeah, so...
Except now.
Except now.
Right here, right now.
But so take us back to you know, to when you decided, you know what, maybe this is the gig for me, you know, maybe this is the profession for me. Where did that come from?
Well, you know, I started doing impressions when I was a kid. I started doing impressions of impressionists' impressions. And so that's what I did growing up, and I had a lot of fun with it. And then I got into theater in high school. And in college, I studied radio, television, and film. And I was always doing comedy, improvisational comedy, and sketch comedy. And I grew up in Cleveland, Ohio, and then ended up, a lot of Clevelanders here, I can tell. And then we ended up moving out to Los Angeles, California with my cousin, who wanted to be a rock star. He and I were in the same band together. And I noticed a voiceover workshop for animation. And I thought, well, I'd already done a commercial voiceover workshop. Might as well try that. Tried it, thought it was great, and found out that you could actually do work in the industry animating voices. And I thought, wow, here's where I can put my skills to use. So I ended up making a demo with a professional producer. And after making that demo, went around knocking on doors in Hollywood like an old Hollywood story. Secrets.
I'm not even allowed in on it.
Oh no, can't tell. Secrets aren't good. You have to tell everybody. Later. Right, room key. Number 715 upstairs. Then.
I think it's going to be covered in fingerprints by then, isn't it?
That's right. You know, just like a Hollywood story, I went around knocking on all these agency doors in town until I found one who would work with me. And we started working together, and things just clicked. And work started coming. It took a while. The first role I did was a guest spot on an animated series, Aladdin. And then, remember that? And then, all of a sudden I was Johnny Storm, the Human Torch from the Fantastic Four, where I went around screaming, "Flame on! Going hot!" And then the next thing you know, I'm doing Timon from the spin-off movie from The Lion King, The Adventures of Timon and Pumbaa. Hakuna Matata, what a wonderful phrase! And it just kept rolling, one after another, and then commercials and promos for different networks and things like that. And then over the years, as it snowballed, then anime came into the picture, and slowly but surely, video games started happening. The first one I did was something called Monkey Island. Remember that? Wow! I did a character named Mr. Fossey.
He was in the video. So.
Oh, was he?
He was, yeah.
I missed that. Okay. Oh, good. Okay, all right. And yeah, and then it carries on from there, which you probably know more about what I've done than I do.
And what was the original perception when video games started to appear on the scene? You know, you had done so much anime in theatre as well. What was the first feeling and maybe your worries or even your hopes for video games?
We really didn't have any. We didn't know, you know, anything beyond it was a job. And we had no idea that it was going to turn into what it's become. We had no clue, none whatsoever, that it would blossom into this industry and this, you know, this whole world of fantasy and action. And this, you know, CGI was never expected. And and now it's cinematic.